Good evening. We start tonight with late word of a landslide in Juneau. The city and borough of Juneau says a landslide happened in the Star Hill neighborhood downtown. It's unclear right now of an exact time. Emergency crews are responding right now, contacting impacted homeowners and immediate neighbors. No injuries have been reported. This comes a week to the day that multiple homes were destroyed by flooding in the Mendenhall River in Juneau. The recent landslide is a developing story. Check online and on air for the very latest information as it becomes available. A woman was arrested, accused of being in connection with a homicide in the Mountain View neighborhood of Anchorage. Anchorage police arrested 31-year-old Juliana Cadotte on charges of first and second-degree murder and first-degree assault. Police say this was in relation to a shooting they investigated yesterday afternoon near Shode Street and Tarwater Avenue. That's north of Commercial Drive. Police say they found a man and a woman who were taken to the hospital. The woman later declared dead. Police say the man's condition is unknown. Cadotte had been scheduled to be arraigned today. We have an update to a story we originally brought you Wednesday of a man who Anchorage police had a warrant out for they considered dangerous and encouraged people at the time not to approach. Anchorage police reported Wednesday that 29-year-old Tyler Norman had a warrant for his arrest for multiple alleged crimes, including kidnapping, assault, 2 counts of fear-related assault and burglary. APD had said Norman was considered dangerous and shouldn't be approached. You can see him right here turning himself in yesterday. Norman's attorney, Rex Butler, says the narrative given to police wasn't accurate.
They didn't tell the police that they stabbed him or anything of that nature. So, yes, I do. I expect that he will be cleared when the truth comes out.
Butler also says that Norman didn't want to become, quote, like a number of other black men in America shot and killed, unquote. In another story, the victims of a plane crash in a ravine Wednesday in the southwest preserve of Denali National Park and Preserve on the Yetna River have been identified. The 2 men who died in the crash are identified as 45-year-old Jason Tucker of Wasilla and 44-year-old Nicholas Blaise of Chugiak. Tucker was the pilot, Blaise was the passenger. National Park Service rangers say they were investigating the remote site when they were notified of a hunter waiting at a remote airstrip that never showed up. The hunter had notified friends using a satellite communication device. Those friends had alerted authorities. More on this at alaskasnewssource.com. And in Maui, after the calming down of the Hawaii wildfires, a rise in the death toll overnight and throughout the day. Last night, the number of those found dead was 67. And as of this morning, and as of latest, the number had risen to 89 tonight. This comes as crews continue their search and rescue efforts and after an investigation into the state's response to the fires was announced. NBC's Steve Patterson has the latest.
More heartbreaking over news here for the people of Hawaii. The death toll now rising to 80 people. That would make this one of the deadliest wildfires in American history.
And at last check, the Associated Press had reported that the death toll from that had reached 89. And while we wait on more word on the details of that landslide situation in downtown Juneau, Robert Forget joins us now with a first look at the forecast as well as what the weather is doing right now in Alaska's capital city.
Yeah, Joe, one good note is that we don't have any related watches or warnings with regards to the fires in the interior, so that's a good thing. A little bit.
All right, thank you so much, Robert. The loss of a pregnancy or child creates unimaginable grief for the families of those who have died. Today, a walk of remembrance from the Providence, Alaska Medical Center campus in Anchorage to the shore of University Lake gave those who have experienced the loss of a child or young family member a chance to honor their loved ones. Some carried ribbons, the names and messages written on them, dancing in the wind as they walked across the Providence and UAA campuses. Families then gathered lakeside as the names and messages were read to those not present to celebrate with their families. Handwritten notes were placed on water-soluble paper into the lake as families watched as the messages vanished into the water, using the moment to remember the life of the deceased. The event recognizes all pregnancy losses, including neonatal deaths, miscarriages, along other medical issues involving pregnancies and child loss. Providence, Alaska Children's Hospital's Reverend James Terry says healing can be found in families uniting with those who have endured similar tragedy.
We love you. here is a space where people can share openly, can bring their whole selves, can know that their story is able to be heard and understood and respected, and that together we can honor who these children were and how much we lost when they left the world.